Dude, for the last few weeks, I have been hunting for this mount. What up, guys? My name is Astro, and today I'm going to show you how to get the shark mount, or better known as the hybodus mount. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into the video. Before I talk about the method to get this mount, I want to talk about how you actually get this mount. So in order to get this mount, you must sell your soul to the sea and begin ocean fishing. Once you begin ocean fishing, you have to get 10,000 points or more in ocean fishing. So for me, I got rid of about 95% of my soul. I'd say pretty worth. In all seriousness though, you need 10,000 points or more to get the shark mount. What makes it hard is that these ocean fishing trips are generally RNG. So today I'm going to show you what I did to kick RNG in the juicy big old butt. The reason I say ocean fishing is RNG is because based on the fish that you catch, you get a certain amount of points in order to go towards your 10,000 goal. And this changes with something called spectral currents. During a spectral current, you get more fish that you can fish in a certain amount of time, as well as way higher point fish. In order to get a spectral current, you have to catch a spectral fish, and not only a spectral fish, but the right spectral fish for the area you're in, which makes this highly RNG dependent. So there can be times where you're absolutely living life and you get 3 spectral currents, or you can be down bad, super down bad, and only get 1 spectral current. Both have happened to me, but I will say that depending on the amount of spectral currents you get, it'll be easier to get the shark mount. However, you do not need all 3 spectral currents in order to get the shark mount. I personally got it on 2, and I've known people who've gotten it on 1. Additionally, another thing that makes a difference is your fishing level. Because you have access to certain abilities at higher fishing levels, it makes it a lot easier to get those points. However, I have seen people under level 60 still get the shark mount, so it's possible if you get insanely maniac level RNG carried. Alright, with that all out of the way, let's go into the first thing you want to do. You want to make sure you're using the correct bait during the fishing trips. When you use the correct bait, you have a higher chance of getting the spectral fish. And like I said earlier, if you want that spectral current, you need that spectral fish. No spectral fish, no spectral current. Now the bait can get very complicated because you have to use different baits for different scenarios. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and linked a guide on Reddit by a user named Zeke, who has put together a spreadsheet that will show you exactly what baits to use in what scenarios. But overall, the general gist of it is that you want to use a certain bait to proc the spectral current. Additionally, if you get something called the Fisher's Intuition buff, you want to use a different bait to proc the spectral current. And then lastly, once you do proc a spectral current, you want to use different baits for different areas. But not only that, you also want to check what time of day it is so that you can use the proper bait to get the most amount of points. When I first started looking at this, my head started to swirl because it was so complicated. Luckily enough, there's a lot of fishers who know what they're doing on the boat. So if you are in doubt, you can always ask the fishers on the boat, what's the best way to do this? All right, so let's talk about levels next. Like I said earlier, the higher level you are, the better off you're going to be because of the more abilities you have. Unless you're absolutely crazy RNG carried, for the most part, these abilities are going to be way better for you. Alongside that, another thing to mention is to have a good GP pool. The GP pool is essentially your mana pool, and this is good because then you can use more abilities in order to catch better fish faster. And for those of you who don't know how to get a better GP pool, it's really dependent on the accessories you have for your fisher. So make sure you stack up on some good accessories so you can get that fat GP. Alongside that, let's talk about the abilities. So I would say abilities are really important in this because they made my 8K runs into a 10K run just by using the abilities in the correct order and at the correct time. So outside of a spectral current, you want to use Patience 1. The reason you don't want to use Patience 2 is because it consumes up too much GP, and you want to save the bulk of your GP for when you are in a spectral current. This way you can get a higher chance of landing a high quality fish, and therefore you will be able to get spectral currents faster because you'll be getting way better fish. Now the reason this gets easier the higher level you get is because at level 70 you get increased GP regeneration, which makes this so much easier to use your abilities. On top of that, you also get abilities like double hook at level 65 and identical cast at level 79. These are going to be your bread and butter in a spectral current. There's times where I've used the double hook hook and got 1500 points from a catch. And also, if you get a good catch and you want to use identical hook to get it again and get some more of that, you can too. So those are really helpful inside a spectral current. Additionally, during the spectral currents, I was using cordials to boost up my GP as much as I could, so then I could go from a double cast into an identical cast if I really wanted to. So that really helps as well, because then it lets you use way more GP during your spectral currents. Overall, I would say the most important takeaway from this video, if you take away anything from this video, is that making sure you use your double hook and your identical cast correctly is going to increase your points the most so that you can get the shark mount. So if you guys want to be able to get the shark mount, I would say use those effectively. All right, everyone, good luck getting the shark mount. Maybe you'll get carried, maybe it'll take a few times, but I know everyone will be able to get it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop a like on the video. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you guys are interested, I do stream on Twitch every once in a while, so you can go ahead and follow me on Twitch TV/Astro. Thank you guys for your time. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.